today count and tomorrow and the day after. In the 20th century, America did battle with the Red Menace, the Soviet Union, and we won. In the 21st century, we're battling a new menace, the White Menace, sugar, and we're losing. Having gained and lost nearly 50 pounds 4 times in the last 8 years, our next speaker was on the losing end of that fight most of his life. Here to tell us how, too, we can finally win the Battle of the Bulge, please welcome James Hahn II.
If you look at a map of the United States in 1985, the highest obesity percentage you will find is between 10 and 14%. And that was only 8 states. The other 14 states were, if you can believe it, less than 10%. If we fast forward to 2010, we have a problem. Now, over 30% of the population in 12 U.S. states is obese. 24 states are between 25 and 29%, and the other 14 are between 20 and 24%. At the same time, obesity has skyrocketed, so has diabetes. Between 1980 and 2007, the number of people with diabetes increased 18.4 million. That's almost 6.5 times the size of the population of Chicago. And that number's only going to keep on doubling. So why is this happening? Well, if you open your newspaper, you're going to find dozens of theories. Everything from blaming junk food advertisers to McDonald's because they offer our kids free Happy Meal toys, on to truly bizarre theories like how much mothers were taught to eat in the 1950s and their lack of attachment to their toddlers. But it's not that complicated. In 1950, the average American consumed 110 pounds of sugar. Come up to 2000, that's up to 152 pounds. That's an increase of 4,746 teaspoons of sugar per person per year. So why is this a problem? Well, when your blood sugar spikes, your pancreas releases insulin. Insulin breaks down some of that blood sugar. Your body uses it right away for energy. The rest is stored as fat for later use, or not. But I know what you're saying. James, I don't eat that much sugar. Well, I know you do because I follow you on Facebook. So let's go through your day in food. You start the day with some Frosted Flakes with 63 grams of simple carbs that turn to sugar the moment they hit your stomach. You add 16.5 grams of actual sugar, bringing you up to 19 teaspoons of sugar in one meal. You're off to a great start. On the way to work, of course, you have to stop at Starbucks so that you can get your favorite peppermint mocha. This has 117 grams of simple carbs and sugar. This brings you up to 196.5, or roughly 47 teaspoons of sugar, and you're not even at the office yet. Of course, by the time you get to the office, you're skipping on in because you ate a mountain of sugar on the way. But around mid-morning, you get a little tired, a little cranky, a little hungry, so you stop by the vending machine. You get yourself some Doritos. You add 33 grams of simple carbs and sugar, bringing up to 55 teaspoons for the day. Now, by lunchtime, you are absolutely famished. So you run out to Panera, and you get yourself a chicken panini, some of that really healthy, sweet green tea that they have, some chicken noodle soup, and oh my gosh, did you know they have a new low-fat strawberry smoothie? Now you've consumed 125 teaspoons of sugar, and you say food coma. To tap off this day, you go out, you get yourself some pizza, you wash it down with some Coke. You have now eaten 180 teaspoons of sugar in one day. Can you see why we're all so fat? So what is the solution? Well, it's simple. It's not always easy in the toxic food landscape of America, but it's simple. All you have to do is eat real food and drink water, because the only difference between fruit juice and soda is carbonation. But what's real food? Well, real food is the unprocessed, unpackaged food you find around the perimeter of the grocery store. Things like the meat that you find at the protein that you find at the meat counter, like steak and pork chops and roasts. These are the things that will balance your blood sugar and keep you feeling full the whole day. Additionally, you want to load up on vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, peppers, onions, carrots. The list goes on and on. These foods provide essential vitamins and minerals that you need to maximize your energy and satiate your appetite. And the more raw veggies you eat, the better. Now, we've already talked plenty about carbs, but here's the whole story. The majority, if not all of your carbs, should come from fruits and vegetables. If you're going to eat grains at all, which is a topic for a whole other conversation, eat 100% whole grain, complex carbohydrates like brown rice. Lastly, we're going to come to healthy fats. Now, we've already seen that it's massive spikes and drops in blood sugar that make you fat, not necessarily fat, so here's some good news. Butter is good for you. Butter, coconut oil, olive oil, these are the healthy fats that make up a truly healthy meal. And how do I know this? Well, as was said in my introduction, I had gained and lost nearly 50 pounds 4 times in 8 years before I lost 87 pounds and kept it off. And it was all about eating real food and kicking sugar. I did so good, people started to take notice. If you would have met my brother Joey in March of 2008, you'd have met a very obese, unhappy, unhealthy kid. He was sitting the scales at 315 pounds, and much like most Americans, the scale just kept tipping further and further in the wrong direction. But if you would have met him only 8 months later in November, you'd have met a very happy, healthy, energetic young man who had just lost 126 pounds, all by following this simple food philosophy. St. Philip Neri once said, "It is easy to infuse a most fervent devotion into others, even in a short time." These 6 minutes may have inspired you, but now I challenge you to wipe the slate clean and persevere for the next 6 months, 6 years, and beyond. Indeed, don't ever give up. Thank you.